This is edRise's weekly broadcast. The last broadcast was from the Boca Raton Plaza Hotel, and the 10th broadcast will be from the Boca Raton Plaza Hotel because there were some very kind people, the staff there, probably the owner too. I need to encourage all the older people in the business world and those who have discouraging circumstances. I am intrinsically motivated to keep a positive attitude no matter what age, no matter what circumstances. We are inspired by all the Dakinis out there, Dr. Arikana Shiomborikwa, Aisha Curry, Sandra Apia, and Kamala Harris. First, I want to say that I am using the e.l.f. mascara from Walgreens. I was in Walgreens at Spanish River Boulevard this morning. I have fond memories of Walgreens. I think it's a fantastic business model. I think it's an incredible way that their teams work together. The staff works together. They were like my family. They're still on Facebook. So we have some auditing going on all over the world. We have Bill Gates. He determined that he should give US $200 billion to Africa. I determined that the United States should give US $50 billion to 31 countries. Jean-Bertrand Aristide determined that he should give US $21 billion for Haiti's independence debt that should be given to Haiti. Dr. Arikana Shiomborikwa is the global auditor and she explores the IMF loan interest exploitation. Professor Victor Gaw is a global equity auditor. Professor Zhang Weiwei is a global economist. I'm going back in the past because I think that I don't have to forget my son, even though he's dead. That's my little tyke in Jamaica with my grandmother. And when I think about him, I'm very sad. I have many videos covering it. And it would have been so easy to do to leave him in Jamaica when he was visiting there. So he could just jump the fence to attend the elementary school and be safe, like I did as a child, jump the fence from my mother's house to the elementary school. We really needed a judge for this situation with a child in a gifted class, a mother who'd been working since she was 17, house equity from our Denton business, and just keeping women and children safe. It's not about the house at 5114 Mark Drive. It's not about that woman usually get the house and children get the house. It's about the gifted class he was in. This is Hagan Ranch Elementary School. It's about misogyny. How hot is it? How bad is it? How much can they get away with? It would have been easy to do to leave my son with his cousins in Jamaica to be safe. When you hurt women, you hurt children too. So we're doing an audit and we're talking to the auditors. This is just a picture I saw of a guy. I edited the photo so much. There's so much water wasting. And you think about the children in Africa, they need to wash up and drink water before they go to school every day. And we think about the water that's wasted all over the world. And this is Boca Raton water. So Bill Gates is sending $200 billion to Africa. And this lady, Lee, is the person he hired 2015 to manage his money at the Gates Foundation. She's a Chinese lady, director of China Country Office. So the courts now, Trump administration put sanctions on the ICC court again, and there's a lot of response to it. But I just found out that there's actually an ICJ if you want to sue a state or country. Now, the Trump administration had a lot of issues with Africa, removing US aid, and then two American judges actually apologized to President Traore and then they left the ICC. This is the ICJ. If you want to sue a state, the relevant court would be the International Court of Justice or a domestic court with jurisdiction, not the ICC. I got that information off the AI. And the reason why we're looking at that is because we don't want anybody to get away with anything, and we want justice in the United States. So, as Donald Trump said, they weaponized the U.S. court, and of course, the reverse is Roe versus Wade. I was in American court, and I felt like they treated Donald Trump like a clown in the American court, in and out, and arrest and rearrest and search his property. He said we won the case at the ICC, so he was validating international courts. Here's my issue. Before I had any problems at all, I saw this case, and I keep asking Americans about this case. Nobody was charged in this case. This is the end of misogyny. This is the worst it can be. Her sisters do not know what happened. Okay? This is how bloody the scene was. This is the autopsy diagram. Her throat was cut. And I feel like since I have been in contact with the FBI, I feel like they sort of ignore the things that I report to them. And so I stepped it up and said, okay, I'm going to try the CIA because I think it directly affects the United States. And some of the things I experienced, I feel like it actually affects the United States government negatively. And her sisters have no idea, and it's so horrible. So I want to keep a light on this, and I also want to see if we will eventually get to the ICJ. So you can have domestic courts with jurisdiction over whatever happened, but in the Nicole Brown Simpson murder case, no one was charged in the California court. And I asked a lot of people's opinion on the O.J. Simpson case. And I try to tell the people that there are gangs of African American police. He was a sports star, football star, so people who like him are against his wife because they were divorced and he was taking care of her and her children and indirectly taking care of her boyfriend who was also killed. So I think that we're not supposed to ignore the signs. We should record them and try to get justice. Well, in my case, I feel like I was working in government. I was bullied out. I just told the CIA, and I feel like people are sitting at my desk and they cannot do my work. I was trained by 2 attorneys, and that was my fourth government job. So I don't want to sound like I'm whining, but I went to Fort Lauderdale to get a Jamaican city, and African American police set a car out, a sports car out, and I would have been charged with grand theft auto. I did not touch the car, and then they sent a woman to hurt me, and I came back to Palm Beach County. Well, since I'm a global business mentor, I decided to promote one really good business each week. This is Wemmatrove Homes in Accra, Ghana, and Evans Ligom is a very sweet person. He is building these really beautiful homes, and look at this one. I thought of all the pictures of the homes, I thought this one was the most innovative architecture, sort of not top heavy, but the middle of it is the biggest part. It's pretty nice. To me, it's different. And his phone number is 233-536-348-544. Thank you.